Let me say a special good morning to those of you listening to Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9 on the FM dial. Those of you also viewing GBN TV, whether it's Channel 7, Channel 11, Channel 20. Good morning. Welcome to this edition of To The Point. It's Monday, the 8th day of July, 2024. Those of you via social media platforms, whether you're viewing the YouTube channel, the Facebook page, good morning to you. Welcome. It's To The Point. I'm your host, GT. I'll be around with you for the next, should I say, about 50 minutes. We lost some time in the program this morning, but nevertheless, it's all good. Usually, on Mondays, we do have Mr. Silver McIntyre with us. Of course, we usually do host the program together, but of course, under the circumstances, the responsibility that he's has put upon him lately, and so he's, of course, a little bit indisposed to be on with me this morning. So, but Silver, good morning, wherever you're at. It's always a pleasure to have you around. I certainly hope in the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to, once things has settled in a wee bit, we'll certainly be having you back on the program. So listeners and viewers, we have the option of a call in this morning. Open line for you, 435-2041, 435-2041. Let's hear from you this morning. Your views, your concerns, issues that is of importance to you. Maybe we could, of course, trickle down on the relief effort thus far. How are you happy about the relief effort thus far, especially for the Sister Isle of Carriacou, the northern part of the island, St. Patrick's? How are you feeling about it? We know it's just a couple of days that have passed. How you think enough has been done? Do you think not enough has been done thus far? Let's hear your take on that. 435-2041. Let's go to the phone line and see what the first caller has to offer. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, sir.
A few days back, I make a statement, but I'm very interested in learning, so I have to call back.
So you're calling back to say that you're calling back?
Yeah, I'm calling back. You see, I don't know. I likely want to educate people. I don't know what that means. No, I want to say, and I've said it already, I've listened to a program just a few minutes back on your gadget, and I appreciate all what has been said. And this is what people don't understand. We have to get the reward as to what we plant. We plant a tree, and we're supposed to get good fruits. Now, when we say we are a Christian society, a Christian to some extent is a follower of Christ, and he or she should do what Christ has done for us. Now, a lot of people are preaching love. Love is not only to be preached, but to be practiced, and all the other things that go with love. You have to practice what you say, mean what you say. Now, people are saying that a lot of people have lost their houses, but we have to obey rules. For we to be clear or partly clear of disasters, we have to do what is right. We cutting down the trees ruthlessly. We smoking. We contaminating as you would say, the ozone layers. And do we expect to get good from what we have done? We don't obey the laws of the rule of God. Love one another. If you love one another, you wouldn't kill, you wouldn't hate. As me, that's why I'm coming back, because I want to re-educate people.
Nice to have you back, sir. Have yourself a great morning.
As somebody said, I must come back.
All right, man. Have a blessed morning. Take it easy. All the best. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning. Welcome. How are you this morning?
Good morning, GT, and good morning to your listeners and your viewers. And also good morning, Mr. Noel. I really support your effort at helping us to be educated or re-educated. Now, let me start. By the way, did I say morning? GT, I said morning to everybody.
You did say good morning. Yeah. You did say good morning.
Okay, is that my mind start working back at me? Anyway, just to start from the beginning, the program that just finished on your station, good program. But there's a couple of statements I want to take. One by Mr. Philip. he said nature is not kind to us. This is not true. We are not kind to nature or to each other. Nature is doing everything that it needs to do. When we affect nature, it has to respond. And hurricanes, for instance, is a natural phenomenon. I mean, happening many centuries. The Carib people or the indigenous people knew how to respond to hurricanes and so on. But what we did, we killed them out. And we create what we call, Western civilization. So this is something, the consequence. But in addition to that, Father Gerald Paul, who I'm always impressed with. In fact, Gerald Paul was one of the first members of Friends of the Earth of Grenada. And I heard he said something which the host really wasn't in tune with. He said, our thing must not be just be to respond. Our thing, I'm paraphrasing what he said, but what we do before. And this is what's most important. Last week, Pastor Simon did well, but he also made a statement that we are not responsible for the climate. No, we are. All of us are part of the equation. We maybe contribute less, but we are still, and as Mr. Noel said, we're cutting down the trees and all that kind of thing. We're doing all kind of foolishness, exacerbating the situation. And I think if we don't learn some lessons from what happened last week, we will miss the boat. When you look at the ferocity of the winds and sun, I myself, who have decided to pan out the hurricane in my house, I'm having second thought now, not because I'm careless. Because I see a woman on a roof, begging her mommy, because apparently the hurricane blew her up or something like that and trapped her between some galvanized and so on. And I hope she's still alive. It's sad that we are only now coming to terms. For over 30 years, this individual who's speaking here, GT, have been trying to tell our people this thing is serious. Let us prepare for it. But no, we're cutting trees, we're doing all kinds of stuff. Building where you're not supposed to build, cutting down the hills, everything. I hope it's a wake-up call. And also, I've been preaching the need for community development approach, community-led development approach. Not this capitalist, individualist, me and my family and myself. We need to move that. And I hope that this would really signal the beginning of a new way of living, and so that where we will be each other's people. Father Paul said, it's in the culture, maroon. We need to really see each other as a part of ourselves, and so that we would feel the same pain that they feel, like now in Caribou. And let us, I could say more, but let us really use that as an opportunity to really practice what is being asked for. You cannot practice unity when all the while you practicing division, whether it's through religion, through economic stuff, and through country tongue. We need to put all these things aside, but we have to learn how to. And we need to respect our ancestors. We need to go back to our ancient roots and forget this capitalist stuff that destroying us. And in that case, GT.
But do you think it's relatively, do you think it's relatively impossible for us to go back? I always hear people referring to that go back, kind of theory. Well, how possible is it possible for us to do that?
When they say go back, you don't mean to go back. Like people say, you want to go back to the Stone Age. When we see ourselves as one with nature and we see each other as oneness, people would destroy others for the little unit which they call the family. We need to see the whole as a family. We need to see nature as part of us. We need to command nature by respecting nature. We are not doing that. And we need to learn from others. In the Philippines, they had built, when they had a cyclone or a typhoon that was devastating, the authorities decided to build some stronger health clinics and so on. But that was only for 10 years, and a hurricane came, a typhoon or a cyclone came, and blew up the thing and mashed up the thing. So they found out that they had to build things, not just a 10-year period, to withstand 10 years, to build way into the future. And part of it is ensuring that we work with nature, not against nature. We've been working against nature. Nature has been very kind because look, we were having problem with water in the drought. Rain come, we felt relief. This is nature working with us.
Anyway, caller, I want to thank you so much. I know you always have tons to say. I know you have lots to say, but thank you so much for what you have contributed thus far. Thank you once again. Have a good morning. 435-2041. Let's entertain another caller. Caller via WhatsApp. You're welcome. Good morning and welcome.
Hi, good morning to you, JT.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, listen, I want to just address two things. I've showed my sorriness to Pity Martinic and Carrico already anyway, so I don't really need to go back to that, right? One thing I want to address, and I don't want to be rude, and I'm not going to be rude, so I have to choose my word, right? We live in, Grenada, Carrico, Pity Martinic, or the Caribbean is a great place. And I was born in Grenada and now live in the UK. I've been here for 1,000 years, if you know what I mean. But listen, we go get hurricane 2-3 times a year. We probably stand to get more. That is a natural disaster. We can't do nothing about that. Isn't it time that we learn to build a bit better? And put our priorities into place. I come down to Grenada all the time. People are driving big cars and this and that, and the houses need attention, man. So that's one thing. Anyway, listen, I'm coming down in a week and a half time with my children, and if anybody knows where the people who's coming from Carrico and Pity Martinic are staying, I want to go direct and give them, women and children only, money in the hand, because I think everybody else is sending a lot of other things, clothes and one thing and another. So I think money would be nice. I don't need to send anything down, no parcel down barrel, because I'm going to be down there in person. So if anybody who knows where these people are, the government are housing them, if they can kind of say it on your
So
program,
you more want to do the financial contribution more of than the regular relief that what everyone is doing. The direct financial contribution.
In the hand. Say you see a woman now with 2 little children or whatever. You understand? Say, hold that, love. I'm sorry to hear what happened. From Carrico and Pity Martinic, because Grenada is not that badly affected. So I only concentrating on Grenada and Carrico and Pity Martinic people.
All right.
So if anybody who knows, who's listening this morning, know where they are getting housed, I will be down there with my children. It's a good thing for my children to see as well, anyway. All right.
Well, I guess when you get here, the necessary information that you seek, it will be, of course, given to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for much, and certainly appreciate your contribution this morning. 435-2041 open line this morning here on the program, and let's hear from you. Of course, how do you, feel? I did mention in my intro this morning. How do you feel about the relief effort thus far, especially for the folks of the Sister Isle of Carrico, Pity Martinic, the northern part of the mainland Grenada? How do you feel about the relief efforts thus far? Are you happy in terms of how the process are going on? Do you see ways that you probably have an idea? Because we in Grenada we never lack ideas. We do have a lot of that in terms of how it could be improved upon, and just that you have been seen thus far. 435-2041. Let's hear from you. The lines are opened, and let's hear your contribution this morning. Don't forget, you also have the option of sending a message or two via the WhatsApp and also via the Facebook comment section. You can certainly do that. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, welcome. Good morning. Guess that caller was not ready to contribute. Let's take a comment there from the WhatsApp this morning, and this individual is in GT, the gentleman who spoke at length about the harmony of nature and us going back to some kind of consciousness. That was, of course, that was eradicated from us, from the colonial system, and get away from this very sad, manipulated damage from these people. Only then will we understand. Let's entertain another caller via WhatsApp. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning, and how are you?
Good
morning.
And how are you?
I am doing great. I'm doing great. Let's hear from you this morning.
Okay, I'm calling from the US, but I'm a kayak. I'm living in, my home is in Caracou. I lost everything. I lost my roof. I lost everything, we might salvage something, which I'm not there, but I hope my daughter will do whatever she can do. So the caller that just called in, I would advise him to go up to Caracou and go to the villages, because you stay in one part, you go in where they are in one part in the shelter and all that. I don't think that will be appropriate. I think you should go to Caracou and go throughout the villages, because that is where you will be able to get in contact with the people. Because there are people in Caracou who can't even go to town at this moment to Abbeville where there is giving out. Yes, they're going through the villages and giving out, but my advice to him is to go through the villages. We can get it's possible now, because my daughter said it's possible. People can go in and out and to the villages.
Okay, thank you.
That's my advice to him. Although I lost everything, and so, as he said, he's going to give cash and donation, which I appreciate, and I think that is a wise way. We want to send down some barrels, but we are having second thoughts. But what he said he's going to do, I think that is a good thing. But we will do our best on this side here. We'll do our time. We will do whatever we have to do.
All right.
Okay? And I want to say to my Caracou people, some people in Grenada, just hold on. Everything will be okay. Don't give up. Don't keep your eyes on your surrounding too much. Keep your eyes on Jesus, because he will provide again. And he will build you back better. Blessed day.
Thank you so much. Have a good morning. Thank you once again. Let's entertain this caller in this segment, and then we'll take a break after this caller. Caller, you're welcome and good morning. Guess we lost that caller, which means we're going to go directly to the break. Folks, we will be right back after the break. Don't touch your dials.
Rennick and Thompson in collaboration with...
Many of us take our health and well-being seriously. We exercise, we eat right, we try hard. Sometimes we give up. But we can't give up on the health of land and the seas that sustain us. We must reduce the amount of plastic weight we generate individually. A person can generate up to 70 times their weight in waste. That's over 10,000 pounds of plastic over a lifetime. Now multiply that by the country's population. Without reuse, repurposing, or recycling, each OECS island will generate more than 1 billion pounds of plastic waste over a lifetime. This can't be our legacy. Separate plastic waste for transport to a facility that reuses, repurposes, or recycles.
Recycle OECS. Green actions, blue oceans.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers, once again. To the point, we have an open line edition for you this morning here on To the Point for today, Monday. It's the 8th day of July, 2024. Saying good morning to you once again. Don't forget, your phone calls are welcome. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning and welcome. How are you?
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, caller, go right ahead with your contribution, please. Let's hear from you.
Right. Good morning. I want to send my sympathy to Caracou and Petimatic and all the other islands. I was a casualty of Ivan, so I know exactly how the people are feeling and how they are at this moment.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. 435-2041. Let's take this contribution from someone on the WhatsApp this morning, and they're saying, good morning. Building community spirit and development is very good and it's something that I support fully. However, in order to do so, persons within the communities have to prepare and committed to work towards development development. It is not a one-man or two-person activity. If we work together in our communities, lives will be improved and peace, love, and happiness will reign. That's a contribution there from someone via the WhatsApp. Folks, once again, 435-2041 open line this morning. I'm still not getting the contribution that I was hoping for from individuals. How do you feel about the relief efforts thus far in the sister isle of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, also in the northern part of the mainland Grenada? How, of course, the information that you've been hearing and receiving, how do you feel? Do you think there's ways that we could improve upon the relief efforts? Let's hear from you. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yes, sir. We have to have standards. Everyone is a teacher. Everyone is a scientist in grader. Everyone is Miss Noel or Mr. Noel. Now, I find we have to have a place. If a man calls himself or a woman calls themselves a builder, where you go to see certain tests before you start to build. And this is what I feel. We have to have a standard. Now, besides that, some of us, I don't say you, I don't say anybody else, are trying to build too much a large size house, and with our resources, wouldn't be able to build it to the regular standard, which would enable us to allow the houses to withstand the hurricane. And bear in mind, because the places are getting big, the hurricane or the storm, because hurricane is under over certain miles per hour. I would say maybe kilometers are reduced. Yes, so we have to get the standard. Not everybody I could build, and you're taking all kind of people to build. You put your money in the hands of good people that are noticed to be builders, and don't build. Sorry for saying that, don't build too much a big house, which you cannot build strong enough to withstand the coming or those storms. Now they would be much more forceful, or the hurricane would be much more full, because the places are coming bare all over the world. The sunlight are heating up the trees, killing the trees, and the diseases are killing the trees, that man-made diseases and others, etc., etc. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Let's go to the WhatsApp. Another caller via WhatsApp. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, GT, you said you wasn't getting the kind of response.
I will, of course, I would ask you to be brief with your contribution, please.
I mean, about the relief in Carriacou and Petit Martinique.
Yeah.
What I would say from where I stand, or where I sit, it is much more improved than 2004. When, there was not much need for relief.
I wasn't really asking in terms of waiving a comparison to 2004 and now.
No.
I was basically asking, are you happy in terms of how it is now?
Yes,
how it's going. Let's not waive a comparison to 2004 to now.
Yeah, GT, you have to put things against a backdrop. There's something called a baseline.
I certainly do understand that, but I just basically ask how you feel about the relief effort in terms of it's taking place now.
It is maybe even outstanding.
Okay.
Because we have to remember, even the USA wasn't comfortable in 2004 to send anything direct to the government of Grenada. They came and set up their own shop here to ensure that their thing was delivered fairly. I'm saying this to say, now, the idea for NADNA coordinating the relief is outstanding, because that's how you get a bit of order, law and order. I saw a video in which a guy from PT was saying the response can be so overwhelming that they have too much food. They have too much now, so they need to stop. And what he was saying, okay, we need more galvanized, and we need more things.
Caller, I did ask you to be brief, because of course this is your second opportunity on this morning. So thank you once again.
If we don't put things in context, then we don't understand. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, GT, I don't know, you cut me out just now. What I wanted to say is that I hope in this emergency setup that the people with heavy equipment is added to that emergency equipment to be set up. Because what Carriacou needed now is heavy equipment with excavator with grabbers. So that could grab all the stuff together, the metal stuff, the grabbers, and so We need machinery on Carrico more than anything right now. We should have learned from Ivan. That's my contribution.
Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it a whole lot. Let's entertain another caller via WhatsApp. Caller via the WhatsApp. Good morning. You're welcome. Let's hear your contribution this morning. Caller, you seem to have a device or something in the background that's a bit noisy. Let's entertain another caller via the WhatsApp. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome. Caller via WhatsApp. Caller, good morning. Let's go to a direct phone line this morning. Caller via phone. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, GT.
Good morning to you.
I want to take the opportunity to congratulate the NAGMA and the government of Grenada for the excellent job they have been doing to read that event with the hurricane and the relief and everything like that. GT and everything, there is always room for improvement. And I'm sure that NAGMA and the rest of the team will take time off to look at the shortcomings and better it next time. I must say there are times when things will not go the way that they expected, but I know they're doing their best to make sure that everybody looked after. And I want to really congratulate them and the team, the volunteers who take time off to go to Carrico to help. But I want to urge the people in Carrico, the kayaks, to please get up and get, so at least they too can lend a hand, because the more you give of yourself, the people will look at you and say, yes, they're helping themselves, so definitely we are going to help them. So I just want to urge them to continue to work for themselves also. And so other persons who are looking in could see that they're making a special effort to help themselves, and therefore they are going to help them in return. Thank you very much, Gito.
Thank you, caller. I appreciate your call so much, and the sort of contribution that I was certainly looking forward to. Let's go back to the WhatsApp this morning. WhatsApp caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Same thing keep happening.
Hi. Good morning. Hello.
Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hi. Good morning. I have a kayak sister, and one of my sister went up there on Thursday or Wednesday because her children's father is a kayak and he died. He left her house there for them. But part of the roof gone. Now my kayak sister, she went to look for her, and she didn't see her. She said all the galvanized, the house wall and everything. Now she said, and she used to live in Carrico, so she know about Carrico. And she said the minister up there is saying that the kayak people are lazy. Now I experienced Ivan, right? And I know it's not an easy task. They cannot come up and go and pull up and board and galvanize, right? They have to get the men, the construction men, to start. Because women can't go pulling board, pulling galvanize. They're going to juke them. Some of them, they're not even well. They might be diabetic and all this kind of a thing. So when he's saying about the kayak people and them are lazy, they cannot get up and get. They need help with that situation there. And in Ivan, first time we had experienced that since 1955 or when Ivan passed. So a caller saying about go back and talking about Ivan. Where we going back and talking all about Ivan? It's first time we had experienced that. I was in NADMA with Mr. Walters, with Mr. McIntyre. I was on the committee in the Southdown for 10 years, right? And it is not an easy task. So, you know, we had to stop talking about Ivan, and we had to talk about the future now, because people learn from Ivan. I telling you, things I saw in my eyes, I don't want to see it again in my life at all.
All right, caller, thank you.
Bring back Ivan to me. Thank you, caller.
Thank you so much. And I certainly do hope the information that you made in regards to the minister is somewhat factual. So you just, of course, sometimes you hear a third party talk and then you come and repeat it. You understand? Let's hear. Caller via WhatsApp, good morning. Caller via WhatsApp, good morning. Seem like this caller is not ready for us. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number if you want to be part of To The Point this morning here on the program, folks. Folks, feel free to give me that call if you do have a contribution to make on the program this morning. Let's take another contribution via the WhatsApp this morning. It isn't really the same. The gentleman spoke about building codes in Grenada. Who does not live up to which does not live up to withstand a natural disaster. Someone have just overtaken my contribution. Let's go to the WhatsApp caller. Good morning. You're welcome.
GT, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. How are you this morning?
Not too bad, just quiet. I was unable to touch base with the radio station because oh man.
Caller, go right ahead, please. You're live.
Sorry. Yes, but glad for the opportunity to touch base. This morning there was a program on the radio with Mr. Gordon Joseph and Mr. Philip in the GIS and Padre Gerard Paul. And I think Mr. Ambrose gave a good comprehensive thing. And one of the things he said you need to be guided by. People getting on social media and posting and saying a lot of things that can be misleading and not true. So I heard the caller say about the minister say XYZ. When you don't hear things on national radio or such from a person's mouth, you just can come and make statement and say, this person say XYZ. Social media can be detrimental at that point in time if they put in out irresponsible statement. One of the things he said that really are reaching out to people, but you have to be mindful, and he draw attention to Petit Matnik. The area is small. You have to bear in mind there is no electricity, so you have to avoid spoilage and wastage because you go dealing with environment, getting all the garbage and things. The roadway need to be clear. So things are reaching people, but people need to be patient and not everything you start complaining. People will be rich, and let's not take things. I think the relief effort, based on what he said this morning, it's going very well, and it has been properly coordinated. And in disaster, what you need is good coordination, not doing things vikey, helter-skelter, and things of that sort. So I want to commend the people involved in the relief effort, and NADMA and everything. But GT, there is one thing I want to draw attention to. And just before the hurricane, I spoke about it, and I've seen the effect. I spoke about the road when Nawasa was laying down pipes in Maribo, and they leave that road undone. They dug it up in such a way. Now, just imagine if the disaster was so terrible in St. Andrews area. Maribo is a hospital area. We have to deal with emergency. Have you seen the condition of Maribo Road presently? If Nawasa give a contract to someone to pave the road after they have dug it up when they laid it pipe, that person should be following directly. You can't dig up a road going on 6 months now. You see the road condition going to the hospital in Maribo? It's terrible. And I'm calling on Nawasa, whosoever they give that contract to, get down on the back and let them fix that road. We haven't finished with the hurricane season. Fix that road. The hospital is up there, and get things going.
All right, caller. Thank you so much. 435-2041, 435-2041. It's the open line edition of To The Point this morning for today, Monday. Caller, your radio or whatever device you have in the background is too loud, so you know I will not be able to accommodate your call. Let's go back to the phone line. This time a caller from WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, good morning, you're welcome. Caller via WhatsApp, good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. But I'm hearing you very far this morning, and the reception is not very good. But I hope you are hearing me clearly.
We're hearing you 100%. Go right ahead, please.
Okay, now I'm hearing you a little better. There's a language being used in this world for a long time now that is saying Mother Nature. You hear Mother Nature, Mother Earth. And that's a language you would not hear coming from me except in dealing with it as a subject matter the way I'm dealing with it now. And I perceive that language to replace the Creator being put in the forefront of the creation of things and responsible for things as they are in nature. As far as I understand, there is no Mother Nature, there is no Mother Earth. And this is why I'm very careful about using this kind of language. Now, here is a problem. If you read your Bible carefully, you will notice that the Almighty himself said that he would destroy those who destroy the earth. And that's basically one of the reasons why I'm so concerned about being in tune with the things around us, the natural things, so that we utilize them effectively, properly, with the bearing in mind the future and all people around us, because it is all designed for us. But here is something that I've always had a problem with too. People are talking about when you cut down trees. There was a time we wasn't getting rain, and I'm from St. Patrick's, as you might realize by now, and they were attributing a lot of the lack of rain in Grenada, especially in the St. Patrick's area, because a lot of the mangrove in Rivera area was being cut, because guys used to burn a lot of coals in that area. We see what happened in Ivan. Grenada was stripped. Just about every tree was bare of leaves. The mountain trees, especially the trees in the mountains were bare. Did that stop us from getting rain the next time around the rainy season? So all this talk about cutting down trees and cutting down all the trees, and I'm very skeptical about that. The way we get rain has a lot to do with the topography of the land, of the place. Grenada is a mountainous country. Whether the trees are there or not, because this is why I'm referring back to Ivan. Months after, weeks after, rain continued to fall. And that's the kind of understanding I think people. So when we try to brainwash ourselves and brainwash people, that because a tree is cut down and some trees are cut down, too much trees are being cut, in our situation, our likelihood of getting rain, what is actually showing up there is the bearing off of the land. So if the land remained bare, if you cut all the trees, you would have a lot of slides. You would have a lot of washing away of this topsoil, especially, which is the most critical part of soil. The rocks are there to bear it, and the topside is there for bearing the products that we need for survival. So from that perspective, I look at the danger in cutting down trees, but not just because trees are no longer there, we are not going to get rain, because it is shown, as I can refer to, in the Ivan situation. Take care, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. I appreciate it a whole lot. Folks, we drew for a break. Let's take it. When we come back, we entertain more of your calls here on the program this morning. Stay with us. We will be right back.
Wait to see my granddaughter.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Welcome back, listeners. Once again, welcome back, viewers, to The Point here, Classic Radio, GBN TV. Good morning to those of you via social media platforms. You're certainly welcome, and happy to have you on the program this morning. Let's take this caller via WhatsApp. Good morning, you're welcome.
Good morning, JT.
Good morning to you.
I wish all those people in Kaiku get a good relief, and I wish them all the best, and I hope all the best to them, JT. JT, you see the caller I just speak there? I support him 100%. Let me tell you something. This trees and thing they're talking about somebody coming at you, that ain't nonsense. Look, the Korean come and mash up the whole of Kaiku. You'll still get rain in Kaiku. You'll still get trees go back in Kaiku. So, JT, let me tell you something. Over the millions of years gone by, the hurricane passing and shaping all them Caribbean countries. The land was from North America to South America, but the hurricane and this type of disaster, that's what shape all them countries in the Caribbean. There I see some of them big, some of them small. Maybe next 2,000 years, some of them might be fine. So let me tell these friends that the cutting of trees, don't cut down all those trees, but the cutting of one tree can do nothing to that. It can help nothing. That's nonsense. So Mr. JT, you have a good day.
Thank you, caller. Have a good morning. Thank you so much. 435-2041. Let's go back to the phone line. Another caller is on via WhatsApp. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for taking my call. First of all, I would like to say to the persons in Carriacou, Pitimatic, and the other islands, stay strong and help is coming. You had asked if we satisfied with what we're seeing. Yes, I'm somewhat satisfied because remember persons living, risking their lives with them little speedboat from Tobago and other islands coming to help us, which we are grateful knowing that some of them are affected as well, right? Another person say that we should not speak about Ivan, but for me, looking at what happened to Carriacou and the other islands, it brings sadness to me. It brings memory to me because my house in St. David's was damaged in Ivan. So through Ivan, you learn to build back better. Somebody else had called and said they want to come and give help for themselves. This is a very wise idea. I remember we were staying in a makeshift place after Ivan. I saw a gentleman, white, and with a Grenadian, and they came and they looked around, they came around St. David's, and he came and he said to me, Miss, we realize that you got damaged. We don't have much, but we want to help. And they gave me money in US, right? I took it, I put it what I had, and today we build back better. Right? Do the nails, yes, but if you could buy screws and just do all what they tell. I know when the hurricane come, there is certain things that getting mashed up and stuff, but let us try to build back better and encourage one another and stop making confusion. Because when I look at Carriacou, it gives me chills. My husband didn't sleep the night. I said, stop looking at it all the time because we went through the same thing. And I'm grateful to all the people overseas and those in Grenada that are making contribution to our brothers and sisters in Carriacou.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hi, good morning. Firstly, I want to say hats off to the government of Grenada through their efforts to NAGMA, locals who are giving the best, Trinidad and all other persons who have been really helping us out after this hurricane. What I want to highlight, though, is something I have learned a little while ago when I worked with Peace Corps, the USAID and so on. Search and rescue, first response system. I I know things have been done, but sometimes there are steps you do for the first 24 hours, 48 hours, and then in the first week. I'm not sure if they were done in this order, and as a result, some people may not get the immediate help they would need after a disaster of this magnitude if they are injured or if they're alone and that sort of thing, a mental state. So I just want to quickly say the first thing we need to do is to do search and rescue. Food and all of this will come second day or whatever, but we need to find the residents, find the people, rescue them from where they were. Do they need medical attention? Are they in the rain? Things like that. Our second step would have been temporary shelter and sustenance, and of course we're trying to do that. And then there are other long-term things. But before that, we do what we call community response and personal responses. Then we look at the short-term plan and the longer-term plan. So sometimes I think after this, we use these things. Yes, they're terrible and so on, but we use them as learning instruments, learn tools to go forward, see what we did, what action worked, what action didn't, and how we can improve it. Now, for a mild storm or, just driven rain or wind speed, the same rule applies, but the time frame would be different. So I just want to say we need to look at our what we call first response, and I think going forward, it will really and greatly help people who are injured or really need that help, in outer areas, where they have to use hashers, whatever, to go find these people. So our first response to people who are injured or really need help would have been different. But I think it's time that we build bunkers in islands like Carriacou and all of these islands. We have CBI money and CBI programs going on. It will be a great initiative. People could have gone and hide themselves in these places.
Thank you, caller.
The world is not getting better, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. We do have another caller via the WhatsApp. Before we entertain that call, let me say good. And someone is saying, I just want to say to the people that the people of the northern part of the island is feeling neglected, and they will be grateful if some relief of food and water could be sent to them. And then the individual is making that contribution there via the WhatsApp. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning. You're welcome. Let's hear from you.
GT, good morning, my friend.
Good morning to you, sir. What's up, man?
GT, what's about the cleanup? Were you part of that today?
No, I didn't. I didn't go out to be part of the cleanup. I had other things to take care of, so I didn't get to participate. No.
GT, next week I come and knock on your door. Me and you will be all day.
Let's see how that goes. Let's hear from you.
All right, my friend. All right, okay. You said that how they been doing. To me, I give the government an A+, and with an echo too. So plus. And then I want to say something. Okay, I heard that. Okay, I was listening to the gentleman from Pity Matnik, and he talked about there is a lot of food, a lot of people cooking, and like there is like 5 set of people cooking. Then you get the wall kitchen, which I know you heard about the wall kitchen. These are the same
we are. Certainly, I'm familiar with it. I'm familiar. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And there was that too. So what I want to say to the people who doing the cooking every day, like how many people cooking? As the guy say, too much food. They don't know what to do with food. Maybe they might have to send some to Union or wherever. And I heard that Indian National Party coming and do some cooking too. So what I would like to urge them, if they could link up with NADMA, and maybe like some said do the cooking today, some do tomorrow. You understand? So they will have wastage.
I understand.
You know?
Understand.
And also idea. I heard like they will be bringing in portable toilets and things too. Good gesture. But I think also then when you fill up with to dump it and all these things. So I think they should take that in mind. Maybe what they should do, send Senator Cox over to Pity Matnik and see what really needed. I think what really needed is carpentry, going over the masonry, people to build stuff, because if you look, I want to give thumbs up to the young men from Tobago that left Tobago, the 3 boats, and then when the next time I saw them, they was on top of the roof, nailing down galvanized and doing stuff. So I think we basically need that. Another thing I want to jump onto, I've been monitoring Explo Carriacou, and then you get all the minister update up to his website, and I heard our lady made a statement that the minister said Carriacou people lazy. That is very irresponsible. Just like they're saying, don't praise the minister, turn on people, that was a lie. And the thing about it, I heard the minister congratulating the people of Carriacou, say they're very resilient people. He thanked the people from Grenada coming up, the people all over who giving help. So let us not walk down the road. We have to unite now and start building together. This kind of division, let me say, burial, take away the division and let us all unite. This is what we need to build our country.
I appreciate your contribution, man. I appreciate it a whole lot. Have a good morning. Let's take another caller via WhatsApp. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I am calling from the U.S. and I would like to commend the Prime Minister and his team for the speed in which they moved after the hurricane. I think they're very efficient, and we must realize that Grenada is a small country and we don't have the facilities that larger countries have, but I think we move much faster than most of the large countries did. Thank you very much for taking my call.
Appreciate it a whole lot. Appreciate your contribution a whole lot. 445-2041, 445-2041. We probably could take another caller or two if it comes really, really quickly. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hello.
Good morning to you, sir. Guess you didn't want to be on the program. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number. If you want to get on the program this morning, we probably have just about a minute or two left on the program this morning. And you know, I got some folks giving me a feedback in terms of the initial statement that I made in reference to how do you feel thus far about, you know, the relief efforts. And not much folks chimed in on it. Who did? I certainly do appreciate the way you chimed in on it and give your thoughts on it. We didn't get much in terms of folks contributing towards that. Caller, good morning. You're welcome. Caller, good morning. I am not sure what's happening, but let's try again. Caller, good morning. And I'm not sure why anyway. Hey folks, it's straight up 10 a.m. in the studios here of Classic Radio, and also those of you who viewing us via GBN TV, I want to thank you a whole lot for being on the program this morning. Those of you who called in, of course, made your contribution, appreciated a whole lot. Those who, of course, sent messages via the WhatsApp, those of you, of course, with your conversation via the Facebook comment section, I want to appreciate it a whole lot, and best wishes goes out to you. Once again, our hearts goes out to the folks inside of the Sister Isles of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and the relief efforts. From all indication, it seems that all is going well, and certainly the necessary improvements will take place as time goes by. Until you hear from me again on another edition of To The Point, that's where I say goodbye, and best wishes goes out to one and all.